أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. قل أعوذ برب الناس مالك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. ما شاء الله ما شاء الله. من شر ما خلق من شر غاسق إذا وقب من شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد. ما شاء الله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. وقول لي تهجر مسلم سلامك وبحفظ وكل سنين حفظ وكايدا مناصرا متليا وما أفضل نستطعم نتطيع فيها منا. ما شاء الله ما شاء الله ما شاء الله. صل على محمد وآل محمد بالمحمد وآل بيت محمد صلوات الله. صل على محمد وآل بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها وقال الإنسان ما لها يومئذ تحدث أخبارها بأن ربك أوحى لها يومئذ يصدر الناس أشتاتا يومئذ يصدر الناس أشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم فمن يعمل مثقال ذرة خيرا يره ومن يعمل مثقال ذرة شرا يره. صدق الله العلي العظيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم.
برای دیگر صلوات.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
برای فرج آقای امام زمان با آواز بلند صلوات.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم.
مجرے خلق میں ان آنکھوں نے کیا کیا دیکھا مجرے خلق میں ان آنکھوں کیا دیکھا پر کہیں سے پیمبر سن آقا دیکھا مجرے خلق میں نے دیکھا عالم شاہ کو آلودہ خون میں نے دیکھا عالم شاہ کو آلودہ خون میں نے عباس کو بے جان لب دریا دیکھا مجرے خلق میں نے دیکھا علی اصغر کا گلا خون میں تر میں نے دیکھا علی اصغر کا گلا خون میں تر میں نے زخمی علی اکبر کا کلیجہ دیکھا میں نے زخمی علی اکبر کا کلیجہ دیکھا ایک گٹھڑی شہدی پشت پہ لائے جس میں ایک گٹھڑی شہدی پشت پہ لائے جس میں نے ٹکڑے ہوئے قاسم کا سراپا دیکھا مجرے خلق میں ہائے کیوں ہو نہ گئی کور کے ان آنکھوں نے ہائے کیوں ہو نہ گئی کور کے ان آنکھوں نے گھر لٹا قید ہوئے باپ کا لاشا دیکھا مجرے خلق میں ان آنکھوں نے کیا کیا دیکھا پر کہیں سے پیمبر बरसाना आका देखा सलवात पर मोहम्मद
अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मुहम्मद व आले मुहम्मद अजरुकुमुल्लाह अजरुकुमुल्लाह
सलवात पर मोहम्मद व आले मोहम्मद
अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मुहम्मद व आले
Please recite another salawat for the early reappearance of Imam Zaman Ajjalullah Ta'ala for the
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الذي دلع لسان الصباح بنطق تبلجه وسرح قطع الليل المظلم بغياهب تلجلجه وأتقن صنع الفلك الدوار في مقادير تبرجه وشعشع ضياء الشمس بنور تأججه وصل اللهم على الدليل إليك في الليل العليل والماسك من أسبابك بحبل الشرف الأطول والناصر الحسب في ذرة الكاهن الأعبل والثابت القدم على زحاليفها في الزمن الأول حبيبنا وطبيب نفوسنا أبي القاسم محمد
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد
وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين لا سيما على بقية الله في الأرضين ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي أما بعد فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى في القرآن المجيد وهو أصدق القائلين وقوله الحق بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يوم ندعو كل أناس بإمامهم صلوات
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل
Respected elders, dear brothers and sisters, brothers, Assalamu alaikum. I can already see there is a difference in the number of people today as soon as it's Monday. But this is something expected. We try our best. And inshallah it will keep improving. Those who have any difficulties in making up during weekdays, we pray here that the difficulties get easy so that they can join. And if you do not have any difficulty, if you get tired, remember about Imam Hussein. You will get energy and you will be able to join inshallah. Before I continue my topic, I just want to share this small story of my own situation. Because when something related to us, it gives more insight and more understanding. Of course, it's a good example from my father, that's why I'm sharing. And I'm sure all of us will have something similar or rather. And it's very important to bring our children, our kids into these programs. Whether we think they understand or not, they will still have the blessing of being here. And they will remember one day when that blessing will turn into fruit in their existence, that you used to bring them, like me, that I'm remembering my late father. When I was very young, my dad used to take me to Majlis. Alright? No exception. He used to coordinate time, make sure if you have homework, if you have to finish the work of your school, anything, do it before the Majlis time, and then you have to go to Majlis. As soon as Majlis finish, you get tired, you sleep on his lap, or in the car, or in the vehicle, on the way, whatever, on the bike. Get back home, sleep. Same routine next day. Then time passed. I became a bit older. I mean, I'm not older yet. No, I'm still younger, right? When I say older, as in I got more senses. And my dad became older. Now, when my dad became older, he could not walk longer distances. So he used to take stick and walk slowly. So I used to get worried. You cannot walk to longer distances to go to Majlis, but you want to go, you get out of breath, you feel tired, I get worried. So to give you as an example, imagine a distance of from here until out of the driveway. He used to take at least 20 to 25 minutes to walk this much distance with his stick. But he still used to go. And as you know, in India and Pakistan, there is a big loudspeaker where you can hear the voice of Majlis anywhere while sitting here. So I said to my dad one day, Baba, why do you want to go? It's really hard. You're struggling, I can see. You're getting out of breath. You have to stop few times, find a spot, a big stone where you can sit and regain your breath, and then walk again. You're getting the voice of Majlis here. Leave everything, give your attention to Majlis, and then you will get the same reward. But the reply I had has left me that I remember that reply until I leave. My dad said to me, yes, I know that I will get the voice of Majlis here. But the reason I am going is we need to train our soul and ourself and our nafs. When you get the voice of Hussein, you have this ability to say Labbaik ya Hussein and go. This feeling within yourself will make you prepare so that when the son of Hussein is here, you will have this feeling that my Imam is here, whether I can walk or not, because you have the intention, Allah will give you strength. You take one step, He will make you go towards your Imam. I learned a lesson. So we definitely have hard work in achieving this, but make sure to bring our kids, make sure to bring our children. They will have this blessing. As you know, the Majlis itself have so many blessings and merits that we cannot see with our eyes. There was a crowd of angels flying back. And another group saw them and said, oh, where are you guys coming from? You look completely different. We can see you guys are shining as if you have been blessed with lot of mercy of Allah. The fragrance you have is so mesmerizing. How did you get there? Can we get it? And the other group said, well, sorry, it's too late. We went down. There was a Majlis of Imam Hussein. So we went there. We wanted to go and attend it, and also do istighfar for all those who are attending that Majlis. He said, okay, did you go there? That's why. Did you go there? That's why you have this one. I said, no. We got late. By the time we went, the Majlis was over. So what we did is, the place where people sat and cried for Hussein, we just masked ourselves. We touched that place and then came back as a tabarruk. That's why we have this fragrance. You don't know the blessings Azadari of Abu Abdullah has cannot be seen with eyes. And this verse, continuing our topic from yesterday, we have discussed up to the point where a person has to be human, insan first, demonstrate his human values, and then you can identify him as a Muslim, and he talk about his faith later on. Today, the same thing we talking about, the category of insan, how insan are categorized. It looks a bit dry, everyone looks worried, so please recite a salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
And trust me, there's going to be good content in between, so that it's not very dry. And just for you guys to make a smile on your face, you know, there was a plan to have a heater on behind the chair that got filled. So don't worry, everything is in control. Okay? Please recite salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
So today, through this verse, we are trying to know why we're talking about Imam Hussein. Why do we need to know about him? What is important about the Battle of Karbala, the whole incident of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, and comparing that, why it's important that we discuss it now after so many hundred years. So in this verse, Allah says, every insan, every unas will be resurrected, will be called upon by their imam. Since we don't have a lot of time, so I'm going very quickly. When you go into the tafsir of unas, Allah has addressed in many places insan by saying nas, insan, bashar, different ways. But when we're talking about here, there is a reason why Allah is saying unasim bi imamihim. So Mufassirin says the word unas here, it's not the same regular meaning of just saying insan. It is saying insan as in insan categorized in group of people, group of insan. So how do you understand that Parvardigar is saying to every group of insan that you will be called upon, and that category is defined by the next word that's saying imamihim, meaning there is an imam in the time of every insan, and every group of insan, from whatever the imam of their time is, they will be called upon with their imam. That's the reason we have our oath of allegiance, we have our bay'ah to our imam of our time. And that's the reason we discussing about Karbala, to remember this. Let me share you a small story, how it connects to Imam of the time or Hujjat of the time. When Hazrat Ibrahim was about to be thrown in the fire, you know how big the fire was? You guys know, right? People could feel the heat of that fire for miles. They could not throw Hazrat Ibrahim into that fire with hands. That's why they had to throw using alternate sources. Anyways, so when that was happening, on the other side, angels were coming to Ibrahim and asking, do you need help or anything or going on the other side. There was a frog who was taking the drops of water on his tongue and trying to throw towards that fire. As if frog was trying to make the fire calm down. Angels might have, are you for real? Serious? Do you see how big that fire is? How long is your tongue? Drop of water on your tongue. Do you think you will be able to cool down this fire? And the reply of the frog is phenomenal. Frog said, I know that I am not enough to end this fire. But I know Allah is enough to end this fire. But what I want to prove is to my Allah that I am not among those who want to burn Ibrahim. I am among those who want to save Ibrahim. Whether I can make it to end that fire or not, Allah will end that fire. But I want to prove that I want to save Ibrahim, not burn Ibrahim. So what we're doing about revising Karbala? We're proving to Allah that we are Husseini, we are not Yazidi. We are proving to Allah that we are fully in support of the mission of Imam Hussein. We are demonstrating by being here, taking struggle, that we are actually with the Hujjat of Allah. Not with those who did oppression on the Hujjat of Allah. That's why it's an Imam Hussein's sacrifice. Namaz is saved with the namaz of Imam Hussein. Sajda is saved with the sajda of Imam Hussein. The last sajda he did. Recitation, Quran is saved. He recited Quran on the spear. So Imam Hussein is a significant historical figure and personality who has not only saved Islam, he is not significant personality for Muslims, but for everyone, because he took stand for truth, for justice, for humanity, and sacrificed everything he had to save what? Human values. In other words, what we discussed in Surah Ash, Imam Hussein is showing, demonstrating Insan Kamil in the Karbala, and also how you can have your Iman at the peak, so that it's an example for everyone afterwards to identify the real Islam and the false claim of Islam. Salawat ala Muhammad. So that's why we're discussing and remembering Karbala. Another aspect of that. बहुत से लोग थे जिसने इमाम हुसैन को खत लिखा कूफे आने के लिए, हजारों। एक रिवायत तो ये है कि ऊंटों पर खत लादे गए थे जो सिर्फ इमाम हुसैन तक पहुंचाए गए, जिसमें लिखा हुआ था कि मौला हम आपके लिए तैयार हैं, आ जाइए। And then Imam Hussein sent Muslim, अपना सफीर भेजा। कितने हजारों थे जिसने जनाब मुस्लिम के हाथ पे बैत की इमाम हुसैन के इंतजार में, लेकिन कितने थे जो जनाब मुस्लिम का साथ निभा सके? That's why the recall of every time वतवासौ बिलहक़ वतवासौ बिस्सब्र। कितने लोग थे जो जनाब मुस्लिम का साथ दे सके? उनको छोड़ दे जिनकी मजबूरी थी, जो कैद हो गए, जो उनका कोई अमल दखल न रहा, उनके बस की बात नहीं थी, जो मदद ना कर सके, लेकिन उन्होंने कोशिश की। लेकिन इसके अलावा बहुत से थे जो या मक्र हीले में शिकार हो गए, या खौफ व हिरास में शिकार हो गए, या दौलत दुनिया के आगे बिक गए। कितने थे? हजारों में बहुत खलील सी तादाद थी ना, स्टिल देखा जाए तो। जो कैद हुए, जो मजबूर हो गए, मदद नहीं कर सके। इसके अलावा कसीर तादाद थी जिसने मदद नहीं की। क्या रीजंस आए, क्या एक्सक्यूजेस आए? सिक्कों के आगे बिक गए। उनके घर वालों ने, माँ बहनों, ज़ौजा ने मजबूर किया कि जब तुम्हें सोना ऐसे ही मिल रहा है तो अपनी जान दाव पे लगा कि क्यों सोना लेना है। जब दौलत ऐसे ही मिल रही है आसानी से तो जान गंवाने का क्या फायदा। कितने लोग थे साथ छोड़ के चले गए जनाब मुस्लिम का। हजारों थे जब जनाब मुस्लिम आए। कम होते 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 जनाब मुस्लिम के साथ मगरिब की नमाज में कई सौ थे, लेकिन इशा की नमाज के बाद कोई नहीं था। मुस्लिम अकेले रह गए। तो इससे हम क्या रिमाइंड कर रहे हैं अपने आप को, क्योंकि एक्सक्यूज और ये ट्रिक तो हर दौर में होगी। सफीर हुसैन हुज्जत खुदा का नुमाइंदा उस दौर में भी था, और इस दौर में भी फर्जंद हुसैन जिंदा है। इस दौर में भी दौलत है, इस दौर में भी मकरो हीला है, इस दौर में भी मसाइल हैं। तो बस ये रिमाइंड करना अपने आप को करबला याद करके इसीलिए है ताकि हम अपने आप को रिमाइंड करें कि ऐसा ना हो कि फर्जंद हुसैन आए और हम इतने तैयार ना हो कि किसी मकरो हीले के सामने हार जाए। Same way, there were thousands who came for Muslim, supported Janabi Muslim. But how many were left? My dear brothers, out of thousands, there were very few who were in prison, who were killed, or who were forced so that they could not help Muslim. Very few. Where were the remaining? Because out of thousands, by the time of Namaz-e-Maghrib, still a few hundred, and after Isha, Muslim was alone. There was no one. What happened? Coins, wealth, that's not a good excuse. People got affected because why risk our lives when we can get money without fighting? Their women, mothers and wives persuaded them, why do you want to earn money for us by going to war and then getting the war booty? You are going to get money, just not supporting Muslim. Take it. So why we remembering this? It's not just a narration we're remembering it. We're remembering it to remind ourselves how much are we prepared, like that time if son of Imam Hussein is going to call upon us. Are we capable enough to fight the tricks of today? Are we capable enough to fight against the brainstorming of media today? Are we capable enough to fight all the mesmerizing bounties of world which will leave us astray? You call it anything, it's more dangerous here. You call it for drugs, you call it for clubs, you call it for all things which are not allowed. They are tempting. Or you call it for leaving our prayers, leaving the command of Allah, forgetting everything. Are we prepared enough for Imam of our time? That's the reason we're remembering that. Please recite a salawat. Now there was one aspect which said why we revising about Karbala. But while revising that, we also doing our azadari. We mourning for Imam Hussein. We crying for Imam Hussein. And the other aspect of that is the same. We want to commemorate Shahadat of Imam Hussein and show it to the world that he was the oppressed. And show it to the world and prove ourselves to Allah. We are just like that frog who wanted to be with Hujjat of Allah. By doing this, we are saying that we are with the mission of Imam Hussein, who gave his life, sacrificed everything, and he was oppressed. And the one who did zulm on Imam Hussein was an oppressor. If you do not cry and mourn or discuss about it, how you are going to reveal the one who did the oppression on Imam Hussein alayhi salam? By doing this, it is an outcry of Mazloom to focus, to show and outcast the Zalim. That this is the zulm done on Imam Hussein. Recite the salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
And by doing this, just want to say quickly, we have few responsibilities. We have few ethics. Everything has ethics, code of conduct. You can try code of conduct for this as well. And we will see better results. One of the most important one is, we know that these majalis has the presence of Ahlul Bayt. These majalis try and remember and give our condolences to mother of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. And we know if she is here to accept the condolences from us, how can we give our condolences without us being clean and pure to those who are being called as Tahir? That's why it's important to join these majalis with wudu if possible. I mean, at least we can try. Intention is important. Elders already know. As I said, I'm talking with my friends, kids. Guys, imagine you go and join in the funeral of your best friend's dad. We're here to give pursa for our Imam Zaman, right? Son of Imam Hussein. So imagine, normal human person. We go and join funeral of our best friend's dad. But what do we do when we go there? We don't talk, laugh aloud, unnecessary, and we try and show some sympathy and be quiet. A bit more, he was more closer friend, we try and show sad face. We try and console our friend. Now imagine if your friends see you, your best friend or your relative, anyone, or if you have funeral of your family, you see someone making jokes, laughing, immediately you feel like, are you really here to support me with your sympathy and condolences? So with this, we try and remind, one of the important code of ethics is, this is a mourning, this is a commemoration. We try our best not to make jokes during the majlis. If someone do a mistake, it's alright, he forgot Noha. He forgot what he was, I do a mistake. So that's why I'm saying as well, try not to laugh. Because why? We know there's someone else sitting here who want to take pursa from us, condolences from us. In the same way how we would expect not to laugh, we should not laugh. And there are other things. Take part in the activities of Majlis. In saying that, I invite all the guys, or even girls if they want to recite from ladies' side during other Majalis. If you are good with English, if you want to take part, I encourage you to take part. Come forward. I have very short speech on different topics. You don't have to do a bit of struggle either. All you have to do is read it a couple of times and then deliver it in the Majlis. Before the Hadith, after the Surah Salam, before the Surah Salam, whenever you feel comfortable. By doing this, you will feel at least you will prepare, you will get more understanding of the speech that you prepare and deliver. So, I'm your guest and I'm your friend. I'm expecting someone will, after Majlis, tell me, okay, I'm up for it tomorrow. WhatsApp me, email me, what's the speech you have, okay? Please recite a salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Everyone got so serious as soon as I said about the speech. So trust me guys, it's very small speech, very easy words, all prepared for you, and all you need to do is I'll WhatsApp you, I can Viber you, email you, you can print it out, keep it in your hand, read it a couple of times and then deliver it. Or if you are not interested to deliver it but interested to learn, let me know as well. I'll forward you.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil faraj.
And remember in Karbala, when we say what happened with Janab Muslim, everyone left, is an example. Shahadat of Janab Muslim is the preface of Karbala, Muqaddamah of Karbala. And the argument that Hazrat Muslim and Ibn Ziyad Marun had is phenomenal. But at the end, Janab Muslim was so brave, but he was captive now. And he was advised that he will be killed. So two more important lessons what Muslim is saying. He didn't ask for anything. He said, since I was a musafir here, I got a debt now. I had to borrow some money and I got a debt now. So I want to do wasiyat. I want to give my will to someone. If you can sell my shrub, my zira, and clear my debts. He's showing the values of insani kamil. And then he said, I want to pray 2 rakat namaz. Subhanallah. You know, after namaz, we say salam to our imam. Assalamu alayka ya Abu Abdullah. This is what Muslims said after reciting 2 rakat namaz. Imam Hussein was in the way between Makkah and Kufa. Imam was sitting, he stood up and said, Wa alayka salam ya Muslim ibn Aqil. Imam got the news that Muslim is saying salam to him. Imam knew what's happening with Muslim. And Imam called daughter of Janab Muslim, very small daughter, started to caress the daughter of Janab Muslim. Is the forehead of the little daughter, that this daughter will be yatim. When you see these Masaib, you remember there was another daughter in Karbala on the day of Ashur. और सकीना के बाबा मारे गए. सकीना ने देखा था जब मुस्लिम की बेटी यतीम हुई, बाबा मोहब्बत से पेश आए, प्यार किया. मगर हाय सकीना जिसे तमाचे मारे गए, खैमे जलाए गए, कुर्ता जल गया. And then Janab Muslim was taken to the top of palace and thrown from the top so that he will get martyred. Brothers and sisters, Muslim is the Ghareeb al-Watan, Safir of Imam Hussain, who gave his life for the love of Imam Hussain. It is important to give purse of Muslim to Janab Sayyada. When you come to these majalis, Janab Zahra is taking pursa from you. Remember to cry and give pursa even with a small